How to Stop Renting Forever. Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. And with this video, I'd like to answer a question that I received from a subscriber, a listener of my videos. And I want to read the question because it's kind of lengthy, and it probably chimes a chord with a lot of other investors that are watching my videos and things. But let me tell you a little bit more about myself first. I'm actually a real estate investor. I've been investing in real estate since I was 16. My career actually took me a complete different path. I went to school to be a software engineer. I also have an MBA, so you're in very good hands in order to get your advice. I'm very much down to earth, very methodic, very structured in answering, and I've actually done real estate investing for a very long time. So this is not stuff that I read out of books and then give you the advice. This is first-hand stuff. I've been to the school of hard knocks. I've done it. I've been there. I've made all these mistakes, and I want to avoid you having to make them if you want to get into real estate investing. And with my audiobooks, you can actually learn how to invest in real estate without making these mistakes, and also being profitable right away instead of making doing a lot of bad steps to begin with like I have. And obviously I started real estate investing before the mainstream of internet was available, so my knowledge is actually from a very archaic ancient time, and so it's built over many decades. And that kind of sounds odd because I don't look very old, but I'm actually older than I look. So in any case, go to my website, juliamspencer.com today. There's a section on testimonials if you have any further doubts. Check out what some other people have said about my audiobooks, and also subscribe to my newsletter on that website while you're there. It's right at the front page, juliamspencer.com. Enter your name and your email address, and I'll send you a free guide to real estate investing. I also send out coupons and very cool offers and information if you subscribe to my newsletter, so you can get discounts on my audiobooks. And go ahead and don't delay, do that today, because you're going to be embarking on your way to financial independence the sooner you do. And this particular question I had from a subscriber is actually exactly about that topic. She actually had that exact question, and actually I'm not sure if it's a he or she, but it doesn't matter. Let me just read you this because it's going to be very it's going to hit home probably for a lot of you. So here it goes. I hope you can help me. I've been anticipating on this move in my life for such a long time, and I need to execute it immediately. I'm tired of renting an apartment that I will never own. Thanks for your time and consideration. And in addition, she wrote later on, or I'm interested in buying a tax lien in Georgia. I want to purchase on that one that needs little rehab as possible, so I can do the rehab myself and make it a home for my family. Then I would intend to invest in another property or properties as a source of income for kids' college and retirement. I've seen a few properties on the tax lien sale list that I would be interested in paying the taxes, and of course waiting the 1 year of redemption period if owner doesn't pay, and then file the necessary court documents to gain ownership. So can you help me? Thanks for your time and consideration. Yes, I can absolutely, totally help you if you want to go that route in real estate investing. And I want to also state, in addition to that, that's probably your easiest way to step into real estate investing. Now, I would recommend that I've actually written down some of the books that address some of these issues and how I can help you, and several other ways of how I can offer my assistance up to you as my dear subscriber, and thank you so much for taking the time to send me this message, but also to anybody else that listens to this video right now. So the very first book that I have on my website is actually juliamspencer.com. It's just my name with an M in the middle. M stands for money. That's how you can remember it. But basically, make money with tax sale investing. There's an audiobook on that on my website. The price of that audiobook is under $100. It's way below what anybody else charges for the same kind of information on the internet. There's 15 modules in that particular audiobook, and each one of them is 20 minutes or longer, and it teaches you exactly from A to Z, from the very beginning to the very end, how to perform tax sale investing. There's also information on there on overage investing, which is where you don't actually are looking to keep the properties, but you're making money on the excess funds that people pay for these properties. And I explain all of that in the audiobook, but there's different ways of how to structure your investment strategy, and they're all explained in this particular audiobook, this first one, Making Money on Tax Sale Investing. Now go to that website today. You can also subscribe to my newsletter on my website to get discounts and coupons if you want to purchase them that way for a cheaper price. But go ahead and do that today, because that's exactly, with this particular question, I believe that's exactly what you're trying to do. Let me just answer a couple of other points here. This person is obviously very upset that they're renting an apartment that they will never own. And yes, that's exactly why I first got into real estate investing. I was tired of renting. I wanted to own my home. I wanted to make sure that the money that I spend every month to live there actually goes into paying off that property, so it will be mine in the future instead of giving it to somebody else, so the property is the landlord's property in the future. And that's exactly why I first got into real estate investing. And subsequently, I purchased additional properties, and I believe this is exactly what this person is trying to do also, and then rent them out to have income to basically just live off of, and quit your day-to-day job, quit working slave hours from 9 to 5. Now, I'm not saying everybody's a slave from 9 to 5, but the job that I had was very demanding and very taxing on my brain and physically, that it was just not feasible to be a full-time mom and have a full-time job and be successful at either one of them. So there had to be a way to get out of it, and this is the way I got out of it. I basically purchased several cheap properties that needed little or no rehab. I rehabbed them or remodeled them, and now I'm renting them out, and that's my income. And I don't have to do anything from a day-to-day basis. I mean, I do stuff every day, and I have responsibilities, obviously, but I don't have to get up and be at a job at 8 o'clock and sit there till 5 until somebody else tells me that I can then go home. And this is exactly why real estate investing is important to you, especially if you have a family. This person mentions that they're looking for retirement and college. They obviously have forethought some of this stuff, life events that are going to happen in the future, and they definitely are thinking long term, because renting an apartment is not thinking long term. This is short term. You should never think about renting an apartment for anything longer than maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 years, but you should definitely consider investing in real estate that will belong to you. The other 2 audiobooks that I would recommend for this person or you, if you have the similar kind of question, to download from my website would be The Beginner's Guides to Real Estate Investing. This is where these 2 audiobooks, there's a section 1 and 2, Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing. This is where I actually teach you not just how to execute a specific real estate strategy. I actually teach you in these audiobooks all the different strategies that are out there for you to choose one. And I believed, when I recorded these audiobooks, I believe personally that that is something that was missing in a lot of the real estate education that's out there on the internet today and with these seminars. They actually practically assume, these people that put these products out there, that you already know exactly which way you're going to go with real estate investing. But what if you're just a brand new investor and you don't actually know which way you want to go yet? You want to put your money in real estate, you don't know, should you be a landlord, should you be a vacation rental owner, should you be flipping, should you be wholesaling, should you be rehabbing? You just don't know. And in this particular audiobook, actually there's 2 of them, Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing Part 1 and 2, and you can download them on my website today, juliamspencer.com. I will teach you all the different ways that I have performed. Now, there's probably more strategies, but I will teach you the strategies that I know personally and that I have executed personally, and the advantages and disadvantages of each one of them, so you don't have any question or doubt in your mind of what you want to do. For example, I'm not really big in rehabbing or flipping, and this is because I have absolutely very little or almost zero knowledge of construction. If you put me in a house and you tell me to paint. I mean, the most I could probably do is change a light bulb. I would be okay, successful with that if I can figure out how to get to a light bulb. That's a problem sometimes. And I could maybe change a blind. But if you're talking to have me screw anything or use a screwdriver or even a drill, then you can forget it. I'm out of the picture. I can't do any of these things myself. So what I have to do in a rehab project or in a flipping project, I would have to hire a general contractor to do this for me, or a handyman, which adds costs to my project, which is going to make everything more expensive, which may or may not make my project profitable or not. However, if you're a construction person, you're a general contractor, or you have skills, or you know people that have skills in your family maybe that can do it cheaply, then maybe that is the strategy for you. And this is the kind of way that I go through in this audiobook, Real Estate Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing. I kind of lay out each of the strategies, and each one will tell you how much hands-on involvement and what kind of hands-on involvement you'll need to have in order to execute each one of the strategies that are there. And then you can decide, okay, I'm going to be flipping, or I'm going to be wholesaling, or I'm going to do tax sale foreclosures, or I'm going to do overage investing. Any of those, if you listen to these two audiobooks, it'll become more clear in your mind which strategy you should pursue. And then you can go online and see if I have any additional products available with that specific topic, or you can ask me questions, or you can go online and purchase products from any other person, any other source, or read it up anywhere else that you want in order to give you a clear picture what is the next step. Now, the very last audiobook that I want to recommend to this person is the U.S. Real Estate Investing for Foreigners. It's an audiobook I recorded specifically in mind for foreign investors that want to buy real estate and invest in real estate in the United States. Now, the module is actually the audiobook actually has several modules in there where I interview a couple that desperately wants to buy real estate in the United States, but they have a really hard time with the financing. And the reason this audiobook is important for this person that asked me this question is because if they're a new real estate investor, they may have difficulty accessing funds from a bank or getting financing. And in this particular audiobook, even though it's geared towards foreigners to invest in real estate, it's actually applicable to anybody that has a hard time finding financing. Now, in this particular audiobook, there's this couple that wants to invest in the United States. They basically were told, because they have no credit history at all in the United States, not bad or good, they just don't have any because they're not from here, they would have to pay 50% down to buy a piece of property. And when they looked at the properties in the market that they were looking at, it's just not affordable for them. They don't have that much money. And so I'm giving very concrete steps and options to this couple on what to do, how to get financing, and how to finance their project, even though they've been put in front of such a big hurdle right there with the banking system and the credit system in the United States. So these are the 3 books that I would recommend that you get today, that you download today. Sign up for my newsletter, obviously, so you can get the coupons and discounts also. But that will definitely answer your questions on this particular topic. But first and foremost, it would be this first one, making money with tax sale investing, because this person actually really wants to just purchase a tax lien home in Georgia, and this is the place to stop. Obviously, I live in Georgia. I'm doing this in Georgia. I'm doing this in Florida and South Carolina. Also, they're adjacent states to Georgia. I've done it in several other states as well. But Georgia is my main expertise just because I live here and I do it here every month. And this is the website to go to and download that particular audiobook today. If you want to know how to do this, that is the place to start. And what I always recommend, always, when you download any of my audiobooks, you're not just left in the dark. I'm not just going to send you a link to a book and you listen to it and you're on your own. I do realize that a lot of the information is very complex, and I'm more than willing to explain all the fine details and answer your questions. But what you need to do is purchase that audiobook today, get a pad of paper and a pen and start writing down your questions as you listen to the book. And then also mark down where you have a specific question, like say module 5, I have at this particular space and time at 5-minute mark, I have this question about that particular topic, or can you explain that better to me? And then you send me those questions and I'll be glad to answer them. Now, if you want individual advice just for your particular situation, I can walk you through a purchase or two or several, however many. You can also go to my telephone sessions tab on my website, juliamspencer.com. There you can purchase however many weeks of support that you want, and I will walk you through from A to Z in your particular county, in your state, and I will walk you through and I'll help you to purchase that property from A to Z. This is something that you will not get anywhere else. Most of the people that you will get information from to learn how to do tax sale investing are going to basically give you all this paperwork and all these notes and all these recordings, and then they're going to tell you, okay, now go. But in this case, and this is just only limited time availability, there's a telephone sessions available on my website that you can book, and you can get individual tutoring, individual advice from me, and I will get on the phone with you. I'll talk to you for 2 hours initially to get all your information. I'll do some research, and then we'll do follow-on sessions as many weeks as you are subscribed to on my website there. So contact me today, juliamspencer.com. Download your free guide to real estate investing there, sign up for the newsletter, and start writing down those questions because I'll be glad to answer them as soon as I get them. Thank you.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.